Well, I made it. I made it to vacation. Barely. Good grief. You know, I've mentioned like I intended to go on vacation on Friday, after work, if work didn't screw it up. And sure as shit, I'm in probably the last 30 minutes of the day finishing all my out of office reminders and notifications for people, making sure everything's read, sent out of office instructions to my team for the next week and a half, saying goodbye to my boss, getting ready to log off, and I get a DM saying, hey, here's a spreadsheet and some information. This is an audit that's due on Monday from one department. Now, I don't know if they knew I was going on PTO or not, but still, to bomb anyone on a Friday night in the last 30 minutes saying this audit needs to be done on Monday, there's a special corner of hell for these people. My boss actually helped me take care of that one. He was pretty livid, actually. Because he talked to someone, they did say, oh yeah, we heard he was going on PTO. We heard this morning, we heard a rumor this morning. We wanted to make sure he knew before end of day. And what they looked at it was 30 minutes prior to logging out was before end of day. And not say anything early in the morning like, hey, we heard that you're going to be done this afternoon. Can you find time today? No. Ass end of the day. Boss did help me on that, cover me. Yeah, there's one advantage maybe companies have to remote workers is reducing the chances of in-office violence by keeping us all hundreds and thousands of miles away from each other. Because then the only thing you can do is just send nasty memes to one another. But I made it. I'm at the Topanabe rest area in Michigan off I-75. Stayed here last night, very peaceful, very beautiful park. Nice dog walking area. A lot of dogs and puppies out here right now, missing my dogs. I did, for a second, crash at a Walmart last night, and that was stupid loud. A bunch of dudes showed up after hours, just line up their pickup trucks, and they were sitting there all night, and they would just take turns going on the line, revving their engines. Then they would get to the end of the line and start over again and rev for 5 minutes, rev for 5 minutes. Rev. I was like, all right, not for me. To each their own, but not for me. I decided to pack up, drive north a little ways, found this rest stop, and it's really peaceful, really nice, really beautiful. It was a great place to crash. Just had breakfast and ready to get back on the road. There's a viewing area at this rest stop, so I thought I would just quickly drive through here and see what that's about. Looks like a park. Let's go have a look. Well, it's a view of the highway. I mean, I guess this could be nice for a time lapse up here, but that's it. I'll be honest, that really didn't have much of a wow factor. Having traveled around the country, in many states, I've seen some great viewpoints from rest areas. I've seen worse, far worse. That one certainly wasn't very memorable. Oh well, back on the road. All right, here we are at the Mackinac Island Bridge, getting ready to cross. It's been about 40 years maybe since I've been here. That Class A had its awning flapping out in the wind. They must have forgot to pull it in. Oh, not a position I'd want to be in. I hear about people a lot forgetting to pull in their awnings and to take off driving. I've never had that happen, knock on wood. I feel I'm pretty careful, always checking everything, but you know, I guess mistakes happen when you're feeling rushed, kids are fighting, tired, you know, these things happen. Well, I'm about to go hike the Bush Bay Trail, aka the Narnia Trail. I have no idea why they call it that. I guess we're going to find out. This was not part of any plan. I just looked on the map and said, sure, why not? So completely random. Let's go see what it's about. Can't say that this is magical, but I get the Narnia reference. I can see why someone might make the association. It is a lovely trail. It's quite a bit more flat than what I'm used to. Obviously, hiking a lot in the Sierra Nevada mountains, but I wouldn't say it's boring on my feet. There's a lot of roots and little rocks come out of the ground. It's very easy to stumble if you're not paying attention, if you're not used to it, which I'm not really used to this kind of terrain. But it's been nice, and right now I'm getting a nice breeze coming through the trail right off the lake, which is really welcome because I'm still not used to the humidity. And I know like Michigan humidity was nothing like North Carolina or Alabama, but when you've been living in the desert in the valley, vacationing in Death Valley, like I've been for a long time, you feel any humidity immediately. So it's a nice little hike though. And apparently dog friendly because I've seen a lot of dogs out here. I could definitely see this as a potential location for time lapse. Someone's probably done it. You know, if the weather changes around here, you would have a lot of opportunity for different types of shoots based on time of the year and weather conditions, especially with the seasons. I think could be very interesting. I'm not going to be sticking around to shoot a time lapse out here. Only reason I'm staying in this part of the UP right now is because I'm meeting an old friend. I haven't seen him about 10 years. I've known him for probably 30, 35 years. And that's kind of high priority right now, is just catching up with some friends. I didn't really intend to stop much in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I was just going to push through and head elsewhere. Just want to stop and see him. But you know, if I was staying here for longer, this would be a candidate, definitely. I would definitely consider this. Used to be a little cabin out here. There's the fireplace. What's left of it. Well, I guess I know why they call it Narnia. Interesting, very interesting. And this is cool over here. Let's check this out. I love this. This is neat stuff. It's like a little memorial here. So there is an interesting vibe out here. A little bit before I came across Narnia, what I did come across was some lady, probably late 30s, early 40s, wearing like a 60s hippie-like dress, walking barefoot, carrying a rotary dial phone. I didn't record her because I didn't want to be rude. You know, she just smiled and just nodded. Like, okay. I can definitely see why this is probably a popular attraction to the locals. It's very peaceful out here. It's very nice. There's a lot of, you know, small groups or even individuals, couples, just spaced out all along the shoreline here, just relaxing in their chairs, enjoying the day. I can definitely understand why. I'd probably do the same thing if I lived out here. That was really quite nice. Imagine in the evening, mosquitoes probably get pretty bad out here. Did get a text message from my friend. He's making his way back. So I'm gonna start doubling back now, get back to the van, clean up a bit. I think we're gonna probably meet up by Sault Ste. Marie and catch up. But it was nice to get in a little bit of exercise. Been sitting in the van for the past 2 weeks, just working, right? And it's nice to actually just put everything down, finally, and get out and enjoy something, which I didn't get to do when I was back in my hometown. You know, it was just working, visiting friends, family, visiting graves. But I didn't really do much else for myself. I can't say that. You know, visiting my friends was for me, but like physically. The physical part, not the emotional, not the mental part. The physical part, I wasn't really doing much for myself. So it's good to get out now and do something. Well, that was nice. I just spent the evening in Sault Ste. Marie, hanging out at a cafe, then driving around with a very old friend that I have not seen in a very long time. He was pretty much the last name on a kind of a short list of people that I intended to see. Now, some people left Michigan. Some aren't around anymore. Some are in parts of Michigan that I just was not going to be passing through at all. So I didn't make any plans. I didn't make any promises. And I got to see one guy, someone I was connected with online for a long time. I got to meet with him in person. That's really nice to do once in a while, you know, to just get off the internet and actually sit down and have a coffee with someone in the real world and just talk. No typing. That was really nice. There's day one of my vacation. And the last day of the, I don't know how to put it, the personal part of this trip that I needed to wrap up. That wasn't the vacation. Seeing a lot of people, you know, visiting graves, unfortunately. Just connecting with people at least maybe one more time, because I might not get a chance to see them again. And just feeling like I'm really closing the loop. And got to surprise a few people too, because they didn't know I was in town. So feeling good. I'm feeling really good. And I'm making my way over to a rest stop now. Gonna settle in for the night, edit this video. As long as the connection's pretty good, upload it. And then tomorrow hit the road, and it's gonna be all about me. Me, whatever my cameras see or don't see, some new sights, routes I've never taken before, parks I've never visited. It's the first time I've taken probably a real vacation in a very long time. So looking forward to it. All right, well, the sun is about to set. It's getting dark up here in Michigan. The deer love to come out and mess with us drivers at night. So I'm gonna have to pay special attention because they're gonna be coming out soon. It's one thing about growing up in Michigan I don't miss is the deer slalom. But with it getting dark, I need to pay attention, so I'm gonna stop the video. This is gonna be it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me on this part of the trip. I don't know if I'm gonna do this daily. I have no real plans or agenda. But I will see you again next time, whenever that is. Good night, everyone.